Hi there, welcome to BoxPred. In this video I'm just going to be talking about the big fight that's happening this weekend on Saturday, the 10th of September, between Vitali Klitschko and Tomasz Adamek. This is for Klitschko's heavyweight title of the world, and it's a big fight, one of a few, of a few that's coming up. And yeah, just going to give my thoughts on the fight. I am rather excited about the fight. Um, I was excited about David Hay going up against Vladimir Klitschko, and for similar reasons, therefore, I am excited about Tomasz Adamek going up against Vitali Klitschko. Um, before these two fights were, when these two fights were announced, those are the two, David Hay and Tomasz Adamek, were two fighters I would have chosen to fight the brothers to see if they could sort of dethrone the champs. And we're getting sort of the second installment, if you like, now of the best on offer in heavyweight division to go up against the Klitschko brothers. And let's just take a look at um, Tomasz Adamek. Uh, I think just first of all, I think that Vitali Klitschko is going to win this fight. I'll probably go for a decision victory, although I wouldn't rule out the stoppage. Um, but I do think either way, Vitali Klitschko wins the fight, first and foremost. Um, Reason being, I think Tomasz Adamek is going to suffer from a natural disadvantage in the same way that David Hay suffers from a natural disadvantage in the heavyweight division, and that's being that both are very dominant at cruiserweight, but as they step up to face the bigger guys at heavyweight, that's when they're going to struggle against the taller guys, the guys with longer reach, and especially against Klitschko brothers, who are the best at what they do, the best heavyweights in the world, and they know how to use it, and they're still quite quick for big guys. So in that sense, I think Adamek's going to struggle in the same way that David Hay struggled against Vladimir, because of this natural size disadvantage he faces. Um, I think that's very difficult to overcome. Um, Before, if I was going to look at the two fighters, I would have said naturally I would have thought David Hay would have more to offer in terms of with his speed and explosiveness, but that was proved to be irrelevant in his fight with Vladimir. So therefore, that's really, it shows me that you also need a lot of heart and a lot of courage and determination and the willingness to put it all on the line when you go into these fights. Ability alone is not going to do it for you, and that is where a guy like Tomasz Adamek comes in, because one thing he's not going to do is give excuses. One thing he will have is heart. One thing he will do is fight to the very death. He's not going to be leaving that ring with any regrets. He's going to put it all on the line and leave it all in the ring, and that's what excites me about this fight because you know, um, whereas with David Hay, it was more about his natural ability that I thought was going to give Vladimir problems. With Adamek, although he does have ability, um, it's more for me is his attitude and his willingness to work hard and improve his game. Just a note on his footwork, which in my opinion, if you look at his footwork against Chris Arreola, it was really, to put it bluntly, it was terrible. It looked really awkward in the ring. Didn't look like he naturally fit in the ring or was happy was moving around very well. But you can tell from his fights later than that that he's really worked on that and he's really grown into it. He's now using much more comfortable footwork. Um, Against John McDermott, who is a bigger guy, he was showing that he's learned and trained hard in turning his opponent, um, which is going to be very important. And his footwork was just improved, full stop. So he's really not going to be underestimating his opponents, and he's really working hard. It's clear to me that he's working hard to have improved his game, and very often that's more important than any skill. If you have got the skill but you don't have the heart, you may as well not bother. Um, but I think Adamek's going to have the heart. He's going to go in there to fight, put it all on the line, and he can punch. Looking at Vitali Klitschko, we know what he's about. He's still got that speed. He's got that good jab, very similar to his brother. He's got power, obviously. He's good, excellent KO percentage, um, and I think his defense is pretty good reflex defense for a heavyweight. The one thing that does concern me a little bit is that for me, Vitali tends to keep his jab hands a bit too low. in some of his previous fights, and that's something he wants to watch in this. I think for him against going up against a guy who can punch like Adamek and a guy who can just can turn the fight on that and get you in trouble, he needs to sort of keep it. I prefer if I was to advise him to keep his jab hand up and keep Adamek on the outside, because the last thing he wants is to allow Adamek that chance to come inside and start trying to throw bombs, especially to the body. Um, you know, so that's the main weakness I see for Vitali, for me. But I think it's going to be another victory for one of the Klitschko brothers. I'm looking forward to it because obviously I do give him some chance. Um, but I just think, like I said, it's going to be the natural disadvantage he's going to face um, uh, with the size. And I think that Vitali's going to be. It'd be interesting to see if he gets Vitali in some trouble, early on, or any time throughout the fight, because then we'll see how Vitali deals with it and how. Adamek's not the type of guy to sort of he's not the type of guy who'll just let Vitali off the hook. He'll really, if he gets that chance, he's the type of guy who knows he's got to take it. So that'll be interesting to see. So that's my take on the fight. That's what I think. Please, guys, let me know what chance do you give Adamek in this fight. I think Adamek is quite an admired fighter in the boxing world. He has a lot of fans. A lot of guys respect him. I respect him because of his attitude. He's quite a grounded guy, and you want to see guys who are just willing to work hard and really, you know, he's earned his shot. He's prepared for this. He's fought guys who are bigger than him. He's not going to be able to fight guys who are the same skill set as the Klitschko's for obvious reasons. But what he has done is pick bigger guys to test himself against the guys who are half decent and who have got that type of reach advantage over him. And he's shown in those fights that he's been able to hold his own and obviously beat those guys. So, let me know what you guys think. And also, whatever if the outcome of this fight is that Vitali Klitschko wins, who's next in line? Who do you want to see face the Klitschko brothers? Aside from them facing themselves, I know there's a bit of guys saying they want them to face each other, but I mean, apart from each other, who else is there to face now? Because for me, Hay and um, Adamek were the two guys I would have chosen. And if Adamek is unsuccessful, which is not a given by any means, then who does step up? I know we got guys like David Price and Tyson Fury here in the UK. But you guys throw some names out there for me. Let me know what you think. Who you think could step up to the Klitschko brothers right now. Um, so yeah, thanks for watching this video. Please leave your comments here on my homepage and do subscribe if you like my channel. So thanks for watching as always. This is BoxPred and I'm out.